Okay, good morning, guys. This is Simon with Trade and Perform Coaching. It is Friday, 3/19/2021. Please read this disclaimer before continuing watching this video or participating in this seminar. Past performance is not indicative of future results. You can lose your ass trading futures. And this is for educational purposes only, etc., so on and so forth. Okay. What I will note, remember how I was noting yesterday how they kept trying to close above the all-time high, which also happened to be where value area high is? Yeah, that was the old all-time high, right? And they finally got it underneath. So it kind of created like from a closing basis, an island reversal, right? If you look at it, all the closes were over here. They try to gap the closes up if you look at it from a closing basis. And now they've closed underneath, which leads me to believe that that is now resistance and it's a potential. When you look at it from this perspective, now you got your potential shoulder. All right. So at any rate, okay, let's go move pieces around. So high, we'll make that red. Okay. Good morning, Joyce. Good morning, Peter. Prior days low. Let's see. We'll move points of control shifted higher. Interesting that with all the sell pressure it had yesterday afternoon, the volume never shifted lower. Let's see. These are gone. This becomes prior days low. This goes down here. So we'll move these pieces. This goes here. This scoots up a little bit. Value really stayed neutral too. It didn't shift down. At least it doesn't look like it shifted down. Let's see, this goes here. This goes away. This we'll leave like that so that it covers the settle price. Friday's high, valid zone, low. I think that does it. Let's control A, see what it looks like on a 5-minute chart, and see how it looked overnight. So that's the overnight session, up into the yellow zone, a little bit over it, held, and now we're trading between that. What the heck is the orange line? Oh, that's NQ. Sorry. Let's fix that. Here we go. Remember, it's OPEX today, guys. So there we go. Overnight looks very similar. All right. Retest the prior day's low, just below. Back to the yellow zone, initial rejection to the back of the zone, attempted rejection above, back in support, back to the bottom, attempted to hold, break underneath, test. I don't know what that was all about. Backside test at the 30.10. You need above 39.17, and that is just yuck. Look at that. That's just all wide-ranging balance. So two things. The March Madness starts today. So people in the afternoon will be watching, or a lot of traders prefer to watch basketball than to trade. It's Friday, and it's OPEX quad witching, if I'm correct. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So that's a lot of stuff to put all into one day. The key levels that I'm most interested in today are obviously this 38.90, 38.73 3/4 are prior day's low. There's an anomaly between 38 38 to 38.61. There's a prior day's low at 38.45 and a quarter. And there's a bunch of single prints between 38.60 and 38.45. This area from 38.73 to 38.45 is my favorite area to look for a large counter rotation or move back up. Expect rotation from here, right? But this is where I'd look for, hunt for a large move back to the upside, right? We currently have NQ trading up 11 points, ES trading up 475. There will be a lot of volume going off in the first half hour due to OPEX. My suggestion is there's plenty of trading opportunities after the first hour, and we know exactly what we're looking for. Just let's let it set up above. There's not a lot of resistance. If you can get back into this value area, I think you could easily trade back up towards 39.61, 39.70. There's just not a lot in here to hold us back. The natural target obviously is 39.40 to 39.46, which is the prior day's points of control, right? So that's what you're shooting for. If we go open drive higher, that's first target, this is second target, and then the all-time high, right? So I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish, I'm just, that's all interesting. Everyone's pointing out to the NASDAQ, but usually the one market doesn't roll by itself. I guess it could because of the extreme performance that it's had, but usually it's both markets that are getting nailed. And remember, a lot of the PA is also going to be tied to the movement in bonds. The market's just gone to this correlation with the bonds. So copy this. Save as JPEG. ES 319. Let's see if I can get this posted for y'all. That's the levels for today. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to cover here while we're starting, obviously we're retesting prior day's low, right? What are we looking for? Slide this on over. I have to fix NQ. I will in a second. But I want to show it again because it's a very specific pattern. Oh, wrong chart. Nasty little gap down there, huh? There we go. So what are we looking for? Here, I'll show you overnight. It was pretty simple. All right. I'm looking for a push to the high. Last 3-bar combo. There's the algo. Triangle down, triangle up. Bar closed above, even better. And then it pressed high, right? 3-bar combo. Here's the point of control right there on the orange line. This is my trigger short. This is the 50-60 back. And this is the roll down, all right? The inverse of that. Okay, so you'll notice it doesn't always set up on the 2 range. But even when it's far away like this, right, again, it's my last 3-bar combo. This is the 2 range. It's big, and that's overnight. I probably wouldn't use this overnight, but the precept is the same. Closes above, takes off. This is telling us where the break is coming, guys, right? Very, very clearly where the break is coming. And it prevents the, oh, I bought the low and I got stopped. I bought the low and I got stopped. I bought the low. Oh, I was early 1 bar, or I thought the speed bar would turn it and got stopped. I can't stress how important this concept is to not having that constant cycle of getting stopped, getting stopped, getting stopped, getting stopped, getting stopped. Okay. Very, 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 very critical. Okay. This should change your perspective and let you focus on the primary objective of entry and then what logical targets are below based on chart patterns and key levels off the daily chart. Okay. It doesn't always result in a big extension, but it often does. Right. And that is very important. Push to the high, 3-bar combo, close underneath, 50-60 back, extension to the downside. May take a long time, right? Especially in Asia, but the process works over and over again, and that's what I'm focused on. Right. So for this morning, if I look, I know. I'll remember on a 2 range, the assumption is this is the 3-bar combo. Above 39.06, I want to be long. Okay. With a reasonable stop. Anyone have any questions over that? And you can see when your 3-bar combo is way up here, right? So that's the big one right there. That's the one where you've got to get above, right? So let me make sure I drew that correctly. It doesn't look like I did. There we go. 1, 2, 3. There we go. There you go. This is the last combo to the current low. So first lift from this local push down, we had a couple waves. It's 39.06. The better one comes up at 39.15, right? 39.15.50. Okay, so 39.06, 39.15.50. And other than that, just sitting patiently waiting for what longs don't want to see this morning is this break, because that is your lowest 3-bar combo in there. See how they're trying to hold that specifically? You get a point of control underneath, and that could open up the unlock the move to the downside. NQ has triggered short here. It's early. So the push came right at 8:31. Actually, this is your 3-bar combo back over here. I stand corrected. You don't even have a fractal. It's actually all the way back over here. So I'd wait for a new fractal to form or a new high to push. But otherwise, it's all the way back over here. This, I know it. The fractal's important, right? I know there's other potentials where you could ad-lib off of that, but that's the important break at 12,790, 75. That's where the important break will come from. And if it doesn't get underneath that, it's likely to continue to push back up. NQ currently down 23, looks like. Although my, this is not updated. Let's hold on 1 second. Sorry, up 44. There we go. And ES is down 5, right? So we know what we're looking for, right? And we either want a series of pushes to the high, like I'd love to see a new high put in, and then this will become our new 3-bar combo right down here. So if you'll give me just a second, I'm going to go, and again, I'm pretty relaxed econ-wise this morning. Nothing scheduled, according to Market Watch. Okay, so now we have a new push to the low. This is my 3-bar combo for a long if we get back above. Okay, so roughly above 3,900, I'll be looking for a long. Okay, so let's see if it'll give it to us. Let me go do NQ really quickly here. Here, I'll do it with everybody really fast. So I don't do as much detailed work on NQ. I just want areas in general. This is obviously the area that's 12,680, sorry, to 12, all the way down to 12,520. key area for a potential reversal. You can see we had a lot of attempted sellers down here. They're going to defend. They're trapped, right? So they're going to want to cover first time in anyways. Single prints over here from the 9th, right? And then also if you add the concept of the retrace from the low to the high. Oops, didn't mean to do that. This chart for some reason always acts chunky. And your 50 retrace is what we came off of, but that 62 is right in the middle of the single print. So you'll want to mark that down. That is 12, 61, 63. 121. What the hell is that? Let's see. We'll find out. 121.623. Right? Sorry. Wow. 121. I cannot read to save my life this morning. My ADD is nuts. 126.22. 12,622.75. We can get into this today. That's a 50 retrace, right? It's into single prints. There's a white zone right behind it. I'm very interested in this area for a reversal to the long side, right? We obviously came down. We tested down to the low yesterday of that prior day's low back to on the 12th. Now yesterday's low sits right there. Let's see, point of control shifted lower. Prior day's high. Orange. I don't guessy it up as much. I just know orange means prior day's high. And there you go. Oh, that's frustrating. This chart is not behaving correctly. And that's all I've got for right now. Anyone have anything else to add? Control A. If anyone wants to copy those levels, let me know. I'll be happy to post them. Yes, out of bed. Okay, so past the yellow zone, right? Past the overnight lows, and our targets are now 38.74, 38.68 to 62, the single prints, and 45. Love to see the panic in the morning. Love it. Beautiful thing. So right now on the 8 range, I don't have a fractal or even a 3-bar combo, so I'll have to wait. I do on the, I don't even have it on the 6 range. It's just not showing up, so I'll have to wait till it shows up. Let's see over here. It's up here right now. Right, $38.99. So that tells me I still have time to wait. I don't have to go catch it. And even on the 175, I'm still going to be here at best. $38.99. So I can wait for the rotations to come. Remember, there's no news. It is OPEX. It can reverse out of the blue in V shape. I'm all right with that. Doesn't have to give us the setups that we're looking for, right? My suggestion is it's OPEX. I've seen a lot of bad days on OPEX personally, right? So I can wait till it settles down to get paid. I've had a great week. We made major leaps in the process this week. Major. I had my second biggest day of the year yesterday, P&L wise. So, and from a stress to reward standpoint, it was the biggest day because it was pretty easy to figure it out for what we were looking for. And so what I want, again, in the coach, particularly the guys, when we're discussing coaching, right? Your job is to trade the process, not the market. So let's say this thing V straight back up and goes at 500 points, but doesn't give us the setup. Who gives a shit? The whole point is that the setup gives you the high odds, low risk, high odds, low risk combo to get paid on a consistent basis. That's what we want, right? That's what we want. We don't want to be in the business of guessing, figuring it out. And I want to get people who are in and out really quickly down to in and press the extensions like Randy got yesterday off that short. That's what I'm looking for. And I know exactly what that looks like. And it's the inverse of the setup, right? So now if we push to a short over here, right, I'd like to see it push to a low. Then I can move my process from here to here, right? These 3 bars. So, but what do I need? So if we don't go to a low here, this becomes a minor break. It might still work, but the one that's best is always the last one prior to the low. In Q, I have much the same challenge. Let's see if I pressed a low on this. NQ backside testing prior day's low at 12,757. Right, so obviously that'll either work or it won't. We need a positive bar with a point of control above 12,752 on NQ to lift back to the upside, back towards the 24-hour VWAP, and back towards the RTH VWAP. And I need to remember to switch my charts to day session. You'll see it's banging up against that 74. Even the 8 range was busy this morning. Technically on an 8 range, NQ is already triggered long, not on a 6 range. And it's doing the 50 retrace now. But we'll see. Like I said, it's 8:47 a.m. It's really hard to tell with these things where they're going to take it. But I can tell you NQ's way, way, way underwater. So I don't see where they're going to go with it without letting it pop up first. So again, above 12,754, NQ should go. There it is, above 12,754. Let's see if we can hold it. If it holds it, it'll go. Like I said, it already triggered technically. There's the second close above. NQ's long. See that? It came over here. See how this is the original to the low. One tick the low, that became the key point, right? So this is the 3-bar. This right here became the first point of control above. Did a 50-60 back. Closed above. Second time. That potentially is good to go. And maybe for hundreds of points, right? It's way underwater. So we'll see. Let's see if ES agrees and chases. It's right here. ES is now lagging behind NQ. NQ is only down 12 points at this point. ES still needs to get above 38.89. And that's early because it hasn't set a low. It didn't set a new low at the bottom. The really big breakaway comes at 38.99 right now. So we'll find out. And NQ could still fail. You would not want NQ at this point below 12,741, which is exactly where it's going. You'll see they just try to bounce it off of that. So now it'll be a tug of war between ES and NQ. So see how it came back? It was right here, back to the point of control. Now they're fighting it out to see who will win. Close below there, and that gets ugly, right? So we'll find out. But that was a good trade. It was worth a lot of money. If you took that long originally, it was worth 30 points. New low on ES. So now it puts 38.89 is our key target for getting long. There's no 3-bar combo underneath here, but it does move this fractal. That's not a 3-bar, it's a 5-bar combo actually. So you actually have to change this quite a bit. It's this. Well, you can use this right here. 38.89. If you want to get fancy, 38.85. I'll get long above that, 38.85, if they'll allow me to do so. Meaning I'll watch for the point of control and trigger in. I've got to make it past the yellow zone to get back to 39.04. Got to make it past another yellow zone, but my ultimate target, if we can get it to reverse, is going to be this 39.41 to 39.46. And NQ still holding. Thank you. NQ still holding. That's that above that 12,753. If it holds above that, I think it has room to run. I think everyone's come in pretty damn bearish. If point of control closes above, I'll be long at 38.8675. If the point of control gets above, I'm watching closely. If you want to wait for the 2 range, that's at 38.89. Limit to buy 38.86 1/4. Second add will be at the 50 back. Long 38.86 1/4. Think you almost positive on the day? Not quite. Nothing says it can't. It has to go positive, but It came up to VWAP. We're getting the initial rejection off the RTH VWAP. But I think once it's above the RTH VWAP, NQ could rip like a mother. I think up 100 or 200 is possible. I think up 20 or 30 on ES is possible. We're just down a lot. People got really mega bearish, right? So I'm taking a shot that put in the low, meaning I'm willing to let this come all the way back against me and stop me. If you need to take scales, you take scales. I'm shooting for that VWAP up there at 3903 for my first scale. Whee! Above the yellow zone, I'd like to see it hold 38.87 now. Would be preferable, but the 50-60 back is still a viable trade. You'll notice that there's no fractal on the way up to trigger a short. All right, so that would be the other way I would use to manage the trade. But you also have to be willing to ignore the stop to a certain degree, right? So as long as NQ holds 12,774, you're good to go there too. Now I have a key for a 50 back. And I will add at 38.84. Yes, I am adding to the trade at 38.84. Again, I'm playing that we'll have a reversal out of the early selling, so I'm willing to take the stop on it. I'm on a monster week. I'm okay with this idea, right? You should be too if you're going to trade it, right? Otherwise, take your scale, move your stops, and handle it from that perspective. Because from 8-6 quarter, you've got 3 points in that trade right now, right? 4 points. And you've had as much as 6 points. NQ positive on the day. Again, it might be volatile or choppy, but Friday's a good day for a reversal day. Maybe I'm early and it'll come back on me, and I'm all right with that. Okay, so from a profitability standpoint, this has done its job. I'm looking at a bigger picture and saying if I can get above this anomaly, right? If I can get above this anomaly, you look, my eye's drawn to this guy right up here, this zone, and this zone, right? That means I'm going to have to withstand the choppiness that's going on here and take the risk of taking the stop on this trade, right, in order to get that. So this is what I've been discussing in coaching is sometimes you got to look and go, hey, they've really pushed down, right? They pushed really hard here, right? And it would be logical. Now, there's other paths this can follow, right? We can come down, get into this zone, come in and test the single prints, and then come all the way back up here. No rule says I've got it, but I've got to take an educated guess somewhere that we might push back up, and that's what I'm doing. NQ up 30 on the day. You now have 6 opportunity to scale for 6 again. Natural rotations 90.25. Remember, there's no econ on tap. You do now have, this did push to a high, so technically if you need to manage it from a more local standpoint, you've got to assume this is a 3-bar combo, which means the point of control is about to get triggered for a short, and that would be normal at a low, but they're going to come back in and try to push against it. You got to decide how you're going to manage it, because normally this bar would now trigger a short. There's 2 ways to manage it. Either let it come back in and readdress it after it comes back in, or, right, so that's plan 1. Or plan 2 is to go, hey, it violated, triggered me a short, I'm out of the trade, right? Or you use that to add your 50-60 back. If you're going to stay strictly to the process, you wait till it triggers long again. So but this is coming right into that 50 retrace, and I'm using that to add. I'm willing to take the stop in here. I need to go down a little bit more. I have it at 84, but still willing to add on it. Still willing to add 84 if it'll give it to me. Looking for another NQ long above 83, 12,783. Or well, NQ heading all the way back. Whoever the sellers that showed up at 9 o'clock. Above 12.62. What the heck is texting me right at 9 o'clock? That's annoying. No 84 yet. NQ getting crushed. They were looking good, and then a giant just ass seller came in on that. Like relentless. Whatever that algo is just showed up where it goes bid over bid and just is nailing the shit out of NQ. Like they dropped it almost 100 points there in a couple of minutes. Man, what a move. Look at that. Seller just came in and just said, see ya. So now I got my 84. Whatever that sell program is in NQ, it is so strong every day. It's unbelievable how they start hitting the bid and they don't stop. Like they don't let it lift. When they do, it's great, but it's just an amazing algo. Look at that. Bam, 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 bam. Zero lift. Zero. I thought I had that turn too. I let a lot of profit come back on that. Stop. You're going to get a stop on NQ. I mean, ES, excuse me. Damn, that sucks. They waited till right at 9 a.m. to freaking unleash that sell program. Holy shit. What a sell program. Look at NQ just turned. That's cool. Wish I'd taken that short. I did not. Wish I bailed on my long. I did not. I let it come all the way back. Single prints lie below. Roughly 12,680. And I don't have any long setup on that thing. We haven't had too many days where NQ gets off to a roaring start to the upside and then they come back on it like that. We just haven't had very much. Notice there's no long signal here outside of me taking the 50 retrace. And I may have to abandon that 50 retrace and just go strictly off the 3-bar combo because that led you righteously. Look at that. Right? Should have been all out right there. Let's see where the trap is off the Globex low. It's 12,726 is where the lift would come if they could get it. I don't know that they can. They sure did panic there. But who knows when that seller goes away. Now the problem is when you think bigger term, how many people are long with no price discovery on NQ. That's really what the issue is. So this is still the lift, right? This is now the lift right here. The bigger picture. 38.88. New low, NQ. Again, 12,680 is the target. You cannot buy that third and fourth rail and just assume it's going to hold, guys. I spoke to multiple people who are just shorting that third and fourth rail or going long that third and fourth rail. It is not, I want to repeat, it is not a winning strategy by itself. You will get smoked badly on trend days. If you're taking that trade, you are asking to have your ass kicked. Can't say it any more clearly than that. Man, I really thought I had NQ and DS on the turn. I'm glad I had my stop in place, but damn, I thought I had them. You're right here. Heads up. Above 38.80, same drill. Point of control did not get above. It's got to be 38.83 right now. 38.82.75. 38.82 and a quarter. Nothing. $38.82 and a quarter. I'll be long. I may get stopped, but I'll be long. Huh. Order pulled. I'm ready to go again if it should get over. Not over. Need one more bar. 38.83 and a quarter limit. $38.82.50. Stop will be 6 points. Add will be on the 50-60 back. Limit NQ 1217 at 12,717.25. Long NQ, stop 20 points, add 50-60 back. So obviously I can scale at this point, and I'm not. So I'm trying to see if I can catch the turn, and that may be wrong. Okay, so guys, you need to manage this the way, if you're trading it, the way you need to manage it so you can walk out of here successfully today. Limit 82, 83, 38, 82, 83 with added the 50-60 back. Long, ES 38.83. So 38 is the add. Wow, I'm sorry. My 38.80 is the add. 38.80 is the add right now, and it's going to move up a little bit. So you've had a 4-point push for a scale if you needed it, or 3 points push, excuse me. All right. Again, my add is now 38.81. Intention is to sit tight with this and try to push those trades. Yep. Now you just got to wait for, what we don't know is if it'll push, right? We haven't gotten down to our targets yet, and it may just be too much. It may get back up into this and just find resistance. So we don't know. Nice job, Matt. I may be wrong playing for the reversal this early. Like it could be a trend day down or something like that. We're making lower lows and lower highs, but it just seems to me like people got mega bearish. It's Friday. The bonds have had their moves. Shorts will want to cover going into the weekend, I think. That's all guessing. And I'm putting, so see how I'm guessing my thesis, and now I'm putting my process to support my thesis or to not support my thesis. Doesn't matter to me which one it decides to do. That's how I'm managing the trade. And you see that seller when he steps in, he's devastating. But whenever he's done, what tends to happen is, notice how the volatility all of a sudden died down, right? If he's done, what it'll do is it'll go into this slow grind up, right? We're just waiting and waiting. We used to get trapped in it all the time. So that's what I'm hoping for, is it goes into that grindy, just back and forth, jump, and gives me low stress and lets me ride it. It'd be nice if it'll fill me at 38.81 first, but it doesn't have to. VWAP above is just above. The RTH VWAP is, where is it? I think I turned it off last night. Don't use any session. 6. There it is. So that's your first clue that will clear to the upside. And again, I am long and I intend to stay long. And again, if you need it, you got 4 points in that trade so far. So don't do it the way I'm doing it. Do it the way you need to do it for your own peace of mind and security, right? And advance later, scale, trail, do whatever you want. I'm not. Right now, I may pay the price for that. It may come all the way back against me, and I go, it could have been a day of woulda, coulda, shouldas, right? So far in the 2 range, this is still where I would trigger short again. It'll be right down here. So I don't want it below 38.80, right? I love this slow grind right here. Exactly what I wanted, right? I've got positioned. Even if they don't give me back for my second half of my trade, I'm good, and I can push out on it. Where's my target? 38.99. Approximately. Or trigger a new short entry, right? So I expect, we're at VWAP, so I'm going to expect some pushing back and forth, right? I don't expect them to look and go, oh yeah, here, free ride, just clear out. It'd be nice if they do, but you got to know the character of the market at VWAP. Moving my NQ stop to break even. Anyone in NQ with me? That's over 50 points so far. Victor, you grab it? Nice. That's $1,000 a car, brother. Scaling some on NQ right here into VWAP. Right here, 12,758. Scaled. Paid. Monster. And I think we got the low of the day, guys. That's what I think. Unless they come back and just smash it into the close. That's the kind of lift you look for. So I will let that NQ come back and stop me break even or run all day. It's had to get past the 50 retrace to do it. So I'm locked and loaded. I'm leaving it on. That is how that is done. $10 points now. My math is right. $10 points, 11. Scaling 97. Taking half of what I have off at 97. Should head right into that VWAP. 99 is a 24-hour. Thank you, positive on the day. Thank you, Mr. Seller, for that entry. Biggest wave off the bottom. We often know when we look back, we'll see the biggest wave off the bottom. All right. With 5 minutes to go to the bottom of the hour, I changed my mind on the algo. Scale half here, 93.50. So 39.10 is my target to the upside on the balance. I'll just wait for another setup. High consolidation pattern on NQ. That's what I like to see. Consolidation. No pullback is fine by me. NQ is the one I'm really thinking about. If it can hold that consolidation, easily 100 points up, as far down as it is. Okay, so this is something I don't normally do, right? Pushing to hold that consolidation. So you got to decide if you want to do it with me, right? You've got to figure that out for your own trading taste. But if I'm wrong, wouldn't be the first time. Here comes that seller again. Into the 50-60. Wow, when he shows up, it's just amazing. Look at that. Bam. Incredible. Stopped on my trailer. Wow. Well, so much for glory. Holy shit. Thank goodness I took, scales. There's got to be news associated with that. One brutal algo, my friends. One brutal algo. I didn't, Matt. I'm sorry. I didn't finish it. I'll get back on it. I apologize. My NQ just fell. Well, not that much. Only 70 points, but it was fast. They were not kidding on the break. I have no setup on NQ6 it would basically have to be NQ would retrigger long. 12,774 on either chart. And ES, nothing. That was brutal how fast it pulled back. Shit. It's a fun market sometimes, but I sure wish I spent so long watching those rips that I didn't catch up 100 points. It's just funny that the day I try to do it, that they just decide to discipline the crap out of me. And basically, if you still think it's long, right, you can work this against a 38.79 stop and still do just fine with that, by the way. Let's see, 38.79 quarter. Put it at 38.78 quarter if you're going to try and swing it from there and see if it'll hold it. NQ lifting. ES may follow. Again, ES is the one that's down 22. NQ's just down 7. It's been the weaker of the two, so it's a little bit of a flip-flop. If ES catches up, that could be a nice location. There's no setup for us. NQ on a rocket ship triggered long. I didn't even see it. Got it. I mean, that's OPEX price action, so it's not surprising. NQ just lifted and positive on the day. I expect ES to trail quickly. NQ, see ya. I missed it. Anyone else catch NQ? That sucked on the pull down. That hurt. I mean, I'm grateful for the 50 I got, but holy shit. I thought I had a lot more on that baby. See how you could have taken that with just a 786 stop? We don't have anything else to set it to trigger, so you're going to get triggered against. Shit, it just didn't set up. I don't know what else to say. Wow, okay. Thanks, Victor. That's why we didn't get any signal. It wasn't based off the stocks, anyways. I think ES just rips. Personally, I think we could have a nice up day today. But that was the NQ launch. That sucked. This is what I wanted originally. And that screwed me. So that's all right. It was still great. I mean, I'm still having a pretty monster day. And yeah, it's all good. And the process is fantastic. So I will look for my next long entry. I'm not sure I want to keep shorting here. You can run the process. That's fine. But I'd look for a short setup somewhere. Hopefully it pulls back into London or something. Damn, that was almost total glory right there. So close. So close to total glory. That consolidation was beautiful for an upside break, and instead, bam, that damn seller came back one more time. Now, I don't like that guy now. I liked him before. I don't like him anymore. I'm willing to give up the times that doesn't signal me into a trade for all the times it does signal me into a trade. Guys, see how VWAP, it's just a point, it's just a space on the line on the chart, just to give us an idea of where they're going to do rotations, right? It's not a solid like brick wall where it'll just stop there necessarily. NQ up 50. Yes. Oh, down 9. Into VWAP. If you took it down there near the 84 based on the 786 stop, I would scale some. Look to add it back, but do not close that position out. You have a very good chance of reversal day. Like I would say 39.35 to 39.65 are reasonable upside targets. Peter, do you have targets up above? Maybe Peter's not listening. Damn, and we had that quality where the rotations died down. I was pretty certain I could hold those trailers through. 39.46 above makes sense too. 39.10 to 17 should prove to be some resistance, and then also the point of control, right? 39.42 to 39.46. Oh, let me stop the recording here. That was a good morning session.